you ever noticed how we tell ourselves, I'll wait until I'm ready. I'll apply when I'm 100% qualified. I'll wait until I have more confidence. Now, this isn't being responsible. This is literally fear dressed up as planning. Fear dressed up as planning. Now, Zig Ziglar said, if you wait until all the lights are green before you leave home, you'll never get started on your trip to the top. You'll never get started on your trip to the top. So today I want to ask you a question that will change the way you work and the way you live. Do you trust what you want? Do you trust what you want? Because when you trust this, you stop waiting for permission. You stop waiting for a sign. You stop waiting for someone to finally say, yes, you're allowed. Are you waiting? Are you waiting for someone to say, yes, you're allowed to step forward? Because if you're literally thinking small, you'll receive small. If you think big, you'll receive big. The problem is hesitation. The problem is mixed messages. The problem is wanting something and not trusting ourselves to go for it. You see, anything is possible, but you have to trust what you want. Say it out loud. Do I trust what I want? Do I truly trust what I want? Because the fastest way forward is lining up with that trust and that belief, not getting more qualifications or working harder. What is the top for you right now? Is it that promotion, the business that you keep postponing? Is it the boundary you keep avoiding, or the conversation you keep rehearsing in your head? We all have a Goliath. Remember, David slayed Goliath in the Bible. Sometimes your Goliath could be imposter syndrome, burnout, fear. What is it? What's holding you back? And sometimes life deals a hand that hurts, and you end up in a ditch, spinning in rational circles, trying to think your way out. But the heart doesn't argue circles. I love what Christopher Columbus said. You can never cross the ocean unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. You see, leadership is that courage. Not loud, not perfect, just willing. So here's the question. What's your Goliath right now? And what is the shore that you're clinging to in your life that you've already outgrown? I've had seasons where I've had to lead through pressure and grief and uncertainty. And I've learned something that changed everything. When you're confused, you can send out confused messages. You can say one thing, but fear says another. And then you wonder why life feels stuck. You have mixed messages, let them go. If you want a promotion, but you don't trust yourself to be seen, your voice will shrink. If you want that relationship to improve, but you won't tell the truth, nothing changes. If you want the business to grow, but you keep hiding behind one more course, you'll stay small. So here's a very simple perspective. Ask yourself, is it what I truly want? Will this still matter in 10 years? What is my motive? If you answer too quickly, you're usually just justifying yourself. You see, clean motives create clean movement. Have you ever tried to force a kinked hose to behave? You fight it, you wrestle it, you force your will? I have. And it ends up a mess on the wall. Then someone says to you, go with the kinks, and suddenly it hangs perfectly. That's leadership too. Not control, not force, just alignment. Now, there was a time where I prayed for a miracle, where I was in one of those dark moments, and I left a stone in an old tree by the water as a symbol of that prayer. And on the walk home, I looked up and I saw 7 whistling kites flying above my head. Not 1, not 2, 7. And then 2 of them landed on the tree. I was transfixed. I stood there looking at these magnificent birds sitting on that tree. See, I was so desperate, I was looking for a sign. Years later, that tree fell in a storm, and I knew my miracle was answered. Yes, it was a sign, but I was specific in my ask to the universe, and that answer came shortly after. It didn't happen quickly. I had to wait for the storm to roll over, and then the answers came to me. But I trusted specifically that that is what I wanted. That was the change I wanted in my life. And with that wait came great things. Belief isn't an undecided request for help, okay? Belief is conviction with purpose. So ask yourself, is this what I truly want? Will it matter in 10 years? What is my motive around this? How important is this to me? So now I'd like to share with you the fastest way that you can succeed in your career and in life. And the first thing that you need to do is you need to decide what you want. That's right, decide what you want. It's not about success, it's about what you truly want. That's number one. Number two is check your motives. Are they clean? Are they pure? Do you have the right motives? Now, if it's ego, if it's fear, if it's trying to prove yourself, then basically let it go right now. The third thing to do is take the brave step. Take the courage to move forward today, right? One email, one conversation, one boundary, one application, one practice step. And the fourth thing is to act like the person who you already believe you can be. Not pretending, but practicing. Because hoping is passive. Let me say that again. Hoping is passive. Believing is active. Anything is possible, but do you trust what you want? Do you know what you want? And are you specific? Because if you are, you will make outstanding progress. Now, what Goliath is inside of you that you need to slay in this very moment? Is it imposter syndrome? Is it second guessing yourself? Because I can tell you now that anything is possible when you trust what you want. And you don't have to force your will. All you have to do is line up with what you want. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel to hear more.